Welcome back to Warriors Weekly, now Tim Roy's Journal.
Well, I'm back, and we're again in cyberspace trying to find out what you're thinking about the Golden State Warriors and passing along your questions and your comments. Today we go to Ken in Cupertino, who wants to know about the holiday season. What kind of gifts do the players remember? What kind of sports gifts do they get as young players? So let's go ask some of the players and the coaches about their favorite holiday gifts.
I was more into like technology, like Game Boys and board games, Scrabble, Monopoly, especially back home. I mean, it's so expensive to buy basketball shoes and sports shoes, and any kind of sports item is very expensive, so I didn't want to do that to my family.
I really didn't get too many sports related. I got video games and board games. But probably a basketball. That was my first sports, first love for sports. So everybody else in my family played football.
Well, believe it or not, I was a football guy, so I got football things. I got the Kansas City Chiefs football, entire outfit one Christmas, so I was more of a football guy. Growing up in the South in Louisiana, I was big into football early on, then I got into basketball a little bit later.
Never. I think one time I got a football, but I was playing basketball. I never got anything basketball related.
I did. I wanted a Dr. J hoop, one of those toy Dr. J hoops, and I'd get one every year, and I'd always tear it down because I was always dunking on it. So every year I'd get a new one until the last year I got too big and they wouldn't give it to me anymore.
I got an autographed ball by Larry Bird, actually, and it's at my house in Charlotte, so that's one of the cool gifts I got.
Well, I'm not sure if Coach Smart had that Lenny Dawson jersey or the Otis Taylor jersey. I'll have to ask him about that. Hey, you can get your question here on the Journal. Go online, Warriors.com. Go to the Fan Zone, click on the Blog Squad, fire away. We try to answer as many as we can. And from us at Warriors.com, happy holidays.
Hey, this is Andres Biegrins, and you are watching Warriors Weekly.
In this week's Warriors Profile, Tim Roy sits down with Stephen Silas at his home in Alameda to see what the fourth-year assistant coach does to get the team prepared for a game, as well as his off-season activities.
I am Tim Roy. We're sitting here with Warriors coach Stephen Silas, and we're talking a little bit about his life in coaching. Well, Stephen, now 9 years in the league. You're still a baby in this league, but 9 years. How quick has it gone by for you?
Man, it's gone by so quickly. It seems like just yesterday I started, and when I first started, I was with a veteran group. I had Stacey Augmon and P.J. Brown and Eddie Jones and guys like that. And now, I'm with a bunch of young guys. And back then I was the young guy, and now I'm the older guy. So it's gone so quickly, but it's been a great experience for sure.
Tell me a little bit about what motivates you as a coach.
Just watching guys get better, dealing with young guys has been great. And the first young guy I was ever with was Baron Davis, his rookie year. And just seeing him get better and become an all-star and become one of the best players in the league. And then working with LeBron his rookie year, and watching him get to the heights that he's at now. And now working with Monte and Steph, and hopefully they get to the same levels that those guys got to. But just, every day watching those guys work to get better and seeing the fruits of their labor.
You talk about that with your dad, and he taught you a lot about the game and about how to coach. And I know last year we talked about the relationship between you and your dad, and it kind of spills over into that father-son camp that you like to put up.
Yeah. All I know with basketball is because of my dad, and basketball has been a part of my life since I was born, and it put food on the table, and it got me into college, and now it's my career. So I owe that all to my dad and the experiences that he went through and the successes and failures that he had as well. So most of the time we spent growing up was on the basketball court, and to give some of that experience to some people, with a camp or a clinic that we're doing this evening is really special to me, because those moments are moments that you remember for the rest of your life. Just you and your dad on the floor, shooting some hoops or watching games or going to games. So that's what I try to do with that event.
Let's go to Steph Curry. He's a rookie, and he is just learning so many things right now. His head's probably on a swivel.
Yeah.
So how do you go about it and calm down a young player like that so that he can assimilate all this information and apply it to his game?
Well, for me, I use past experiences, working with Barron when he was a rookie, working with LeBron when he was a rookie, you know, and relating the experiences that they had, they became all-stars. You know, you're going through things that they went through, so it's normal. You know, it's normal to have ups and downs during the season. It's normal to make mistakes just because you're young and you haven't seen a guy or you haven't seen a situation. So, you know, the approach that I take with him is everything you're going through is normal, and this is going to be the hardest year of your life just because everything is new. You know, you're moving all the way across the country, and you know, you're playing against men, and you're playing at the fast pace, and you're trying to think of defensive schemes and offensive plays, and where do I get my shots? Should I pass? Should I shoot? You know, all that different stuff. And you know, it's normal. It's normal, and that's what I keep trying to harp on with him, is that it's normal, and you're going to go through it, but the main thing that he has to do is concentrate on getting better every single day, and he does a great job of that in the film room, on the practice floor, and then on the court.
Yeah, every year in the NBA, I see something new, and this year, what you guys have done on the coaching staff, a drill I haven't seen before at the NBA level, at least in my experience, where the players are using 2 balls, and they got to keep their head up for the dribble, and you guys are doing all kinds of different things. Explain a little bit about that drill.
Yeah, you know, we use it as a warm-up drill with our young guards, and a lot of it's just kind of waking them up and getting them going a little bit. But you know, being able to use both hands, being able to do different things with the basketball, not looking at it, being able to control it. We use a lot of different, you know, we'll use windshield wipers where they're going side to side, and then we'll go back and forth, and then, you know, having a pass off the dribble, so they'll alternate and pass and always keeping their head up. So it's something that we just use to, you know, get them warmed up, but more than anything, just being comfortable with the basketball. And I think it's helped Morrow more than anybody else because, you know, he has better control over the ball now than he did last season, and it's all, you know, a part of our plan of just making him a complete player, not just a shooter.
Steven, thanks so much for the chat.
Thank you.